What's going on, guys? My name is Sheriff and welcome to your 35th Java tutorial. And in this video we're going to be learning about array lists in Java. So I remember teaching you guys about arrays, so let's revise that one more time. I'm pretty sure you guys remember it, but still. So I just created an array of integers, an empty one. Now if I wanted to add an element into this array, I would have to specify what index I want to add the element and then specify the element. Now there are no inbuilt methods to do this. I mean, look at all the inbuilt methods which you have to manipulate arrays. So this problem is what ArrayLists is going to solve. So how do we create ArrayLists? So you create an array list by declaring the class name, obviously, and you give this angle bracket. So inside this angle bracket is where the data type which you are going to be adding into this array list, this is where you specify it. Now one thing about array list is it doesn't take in primitive data types like int, and so let's add import first. So you can't take in int. Now you see it says it requires a reference and finds an int. So if you actually wanted to add an int or a double, we'd have to use the class. So for example, it's going to be an integer. So and then after specifying this, you give the name of the array list. So this is going to be named list because new array list. So you give the angle brackets and this. Now it's possible for you to come across things like this where inside this second angle brackets you're going to find the data type, but now it says redundant type arguments in new expression. Use the amount operator instead. So we really don't need this, so it's redundant. But in this example, we're going to be using string object, so we're going to be adding strings into this array list. So let's go ahead and clear this out. Now if you wanted to add new elements into this array list, all you have to do is just say list dot add. Now you see it gives us string. Now this string here, it changes according to what you have here. So if we add an integer and we said list dot, now you see it's turns to integer. So it's actually that much dynamic. Now you see how much better it is than arrays. So list dot add, so we can add as many elements as we want. Now let's just play around with this inbuilt methods. Now there's this second add method which takes in two arguments, index and string element. Now you see this is a add method, one argument, two arguments. So that is method overloading when you have methods with same names but different number of arguments. Anyways, that's by the way. So if you use this add which takes in two elements, now let's see what happens. So let's make an enhanced for loop. So string x. I hope you guys remember how to use enhanced for loops. So we're going to print out x. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, let's comment this out first. So let's run it again. Now you see we get Sheriff Oladejo. Now if we uncomment this and run this program now you see Nigeria is now at index 0 and Sheriff and Oladejo have been pushed forward, or they've been pushed to the right. So whenever you specify the index and the object you want to add to the array list, the elements at that index is replaced and the rest are pushed forward. Now let's examine more methods of array lists. So this is the clear method. So whenever you call this clear method, as obvious as it is, it actually removes all the elements in the array list. So let's comment this out. Let's try another inbuilt method. So this returns a boolean. So let's check if it contains. So if it returns a boolean, so it returns either a true or a false. So it checks if it contains the object which we are going to specify. So let's specify Sheriff, and for example this is going to return true, obviously. So if we specify something different, now you see we get a false because it's not contained in it. So let's check for some other methods. Now this is empty, checks if the array list is empty, but obviously this is going to give us a false. So let's try this also. List does is empty, so let's run this. Now you see false. Let's try some other methods. So list dot index of, obviously we know what this is going to return. It's going to return the index of the object which we are specifying, and also last index of. So I think this works in such a way that if you have two or more similar objects, so let's see what happens when we try that. Actually I haven't tried it yet, so let's experiment it together. So let's add Sheriff one more time, and so let's list dot last index of, so the object. So I think this should return 0 1 2 3, should return 3. Yes, correct. So let's see some other methods. I mean, obviously I can't go over all the methods in all of ArrayLists, but then I think it's very simple to understand. So this remove object, so remove the first occurrence of the specified element from this list if it is present. So I think this is also very easy to comprehend. So if we remove the first sheriff, we're going to remove this one, and what we have is going to be Oladejo, Nigeria, Oladejo, and Sheriff. So I think that's just a very brief and short video about ArrayLists. So I think now you know why ArrayLists are better than arrays. The fact that they are more flexible and you can use them better. So that's going to be it for this short video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.